Hello, warriors. Welcome to another episode of Faith and Rights Perspectives with Dr. Linda. Today, we have an exciting and significant topic to discuss. Pastor Jerry Eze's recent announcement about a prospective partnership with the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. This collaboration has the potential to impact many lives across Africa and beyond. In this episode, we will dive into who the Billy Graham organization is and who Pastor Jerry Eze is. We will look at the implications of these partnerships and explore the intersection of faith and rights perspectives. First, let's start with the overview of Billy Graham organization. The Billy Graham Organization as Evangelistic Association, or BGEA, founded by the legendary evangelist Billy Graham, an American Christian evangelist who became one of the most prominent spiritual leaders of the 20th century, known for his large-scale crusades. In 1950, the organization dedicated itself to sharing the message of Jesus Christ. It operates through various initiatives, including evangelistic crusades, media outreach, and humanitarian efforts. Now, let's look at the mission and purpose of the Billy Graham Association. The BGEA, as is usually known, stated its purpose to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ by using every available means. This encompasses traditional evangelism as well as modern technology and media. The organization emphasizes the importance of salvation through faith in Jesus Christ, and it aims to equip local churches for evangelism. Now, we look at the impact of this community in the society. The BGEA has hosted events in over 185 countries, making a significant impact on countless lives by spreading hope, love, and the message of salvation. Their work goes beyond mere evangelism. They also address social issues through initiatives like the Rapid Response Team, providing spiritual care in times of disaster. There are several programs and initiatives this association undertakes. For example, they do crusades and events. We also have the Billy Graham TV specials. We have the digital evangelism. We have the session magazines. We have the Rapid Response Team, as already mentioned. And we also have the Ambassadors for Christ program. What are their legacy and broader impacts? So, Billy Graham's approach to evangelism, characterized by his emphasis on a personal relationship with Jesus and an inclusive message of salvation, has influenced countless individuals and many evangelists. Their global reach is outstanding because they have conducted evangelistic efforts in over 185 countries, providing not only spiritual guidance but also humanitarian assistance during crisis. So let's even look at their previous collaboration. We're talking about the current collaboration which they are planning to implement. How about their previous collaborations? In its history, the BGEA has partnered with various organizations like the Samaritan's Purse, local churches, and various mission coalitions for shared goals of outreach and support. These collaborations show their commitment to working alongside those who share their mission to impact communities positively. Who is their current leader? As we may know, Billy Graham passed away in February 2018. His son, Franklin Graham, took over as president of the BGEA. Franklin Graham has continued the organization's mission while also addressing contemporary social and political issues from a Christian perspective. In overall, the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association plays a significant role in global evangelism, leveraging various platforms and partnerships to advance its mission of spreading the gospel. Now, in our second segment, let us look at who Pastor Jerry Eze is. Before we continue, we want to ask you, warriors, if you haven't subscribed to this, our amazing channel, we ask you to please do so now by clicking the subscribe button as well as clicking on the notification bell so you don't miss out and you are notified whenever we upload new videos. Now back to our discussion. Let's discuss Pastor Jerry Eze. Pastor Jerry Eze is a Nigerian pastor, as we may know, who is also an evangelist and the founder of the Streams of Joy International, a ministry known for its vibrant worship services, teachings, and prayer gatherings. He is particularly recognized for his dynamic preaching style and his emphasis on prayer and faith in God's promises. Pastor Eze has built a substantial following both in Nigeria and worldwide through social media. So what are the key aspects of Pastor Jerry Eze that some of us might not know? First and foremost, his ministry. As we have already mentioned, he founded the Streams of Joy International, which has grown rapidly and has a significant following both in Nigeria and internationally. The ministry organizes events, prayer meetings, and conferences that attract large crowds. He's also known for his online ministry, leveraging social media platforms to reach a global audience. Many people participate in his live prayer sessions, which have become popular, especially during times of crisis or need of spiritual encouragement. The second aspect of Pastor Jerry Eze we are looking at is his teaching and philosophy. Pastor Eze emphasizes testimonies of faith, divine intervention, and the power of prayer. His teachings often focus on the importance of faith, declaration, and the living in alignment with biblical principles. He promotes a message of hope, miracle, and breakthroughs in the lives of his believers. There is always this this acronym known by NSPDians as well as other Christian community, which is what God cannot do does not exist. Now, let's look at his social media presence. Pastor Jerry Eze has a strong presence on social media platforms, particularly on Facebook and YouTube, where he streams live prayer sessions and sermons. This has encouraged him to reach a large audience globally, especially among younger generations or audiences. Also, let's look at another aspect of Pastor Jerry Eze, which is the books and publications he has. He has authored books and materials that encapsulates his teachings and can help guide individuals in their spiritual journey, vision, and outreach. Eze's ministry is known for his outreach efforts, which aim to bring hope and transformation to individuals and communities. He often speaks at conferences and events, encouraging people to pursue their purpose and trust in God. What is Pastor Eze's impact on the community and society at large? Pastor Eze emphasizes the power of faith, prayer, and God's miraculous works in the lives of believers. His online services have drawn millions, providing spiritual encouragement and support, especially during challenging times. His ministry focuses on uplifting people through the testimonies of divine intervention, offering hope in a world that often feels hopeless. We dive into our third segment, which is analyzing these recent announcements. It has actually been received with a lot of reactions. So recently, as we have already mentioned, after Pastor Jerry Eze announced on his social media platform expressing excitement about a potential collaboration with the Billy Graham organization, he stated, these are his exact words. He said, first came that unbelievable call from Billy Graham organization. Next is something great and wonderful. Jesus is forever winning. Something beautiful is coming. Africa, a season is upon us. Hallelujah. Immediately, Pastor Jerry Eze posted this on his social media platform. The statement, of course, as we can see, is filled with anticipation and hope, something that resonates deeply with both ministries. So immediately he posted this, there were several reactions. So let us look at the first. We have the one by I Am Stephen Harris. Stephen Harris is an author and an international speaker. He responded with an amen emoji and a love heart emoji. We also have the other one, another reaction by Dr. BGEA. He said, very well deserved, the same global visibility that you always pray upon us. Another reaction is by Lady Golfer 001. And the response reads, all your mother wanted, with a clapping and a symbol of love human emoji. We have another reaction by Stan Eze, who is a Nigerian actor. He stated, greater heights, Pastor J, that's PG, with a muzzle thumbs up emoji. Another reaction is from Pastor Talking Drum, and this says, global visibility and influence. These were your words from the beginning, sir. Jesus is truly winning. Glitter's Dynasty Travels reacted, I don't know why this makes me so emotional. Real Anita Joseph, who is also a Nigerian actor, said, this is so beautiful. Greater heights, Papa. Shalom. We have Unstoppable Blenaz says, why am I crying instead of smiling? Jesus is definitely winning. Fire, clapping, and love emoji. Face of Nesia said, Papa J to the world with a fire emoji. What God cannot do does not exist. And an emoji. Natibulia says, until the kingdoms of the earth become the kingdom of our God. Love and hands up emoji. And finally, our last reaction, but not the least, is by Janice W70. It reads, Jesus is being glorified. Thank you for answering the call to ministry. Pastor Jerry, my favorite intercessor, may God continue to raise you higher for the glory of his name. This word is so much better because you were born. Now, we have looked at how netizens reacted to this particular message by, or rather announcement by Pastor Jerry Eze. Now, let's look at the implication of this announcement. What do we think this announcement would come to? What do we think would be the implications? How do we speculate it to be? Let's look at the spiritual impact. A collaboration of this nature most likely would amplify the gospel message throughout Africa, reaching new audiences who may not have previously engaged with this teaching. We also have the community engagement. Both organizations have a strong emphasis on outreach. By working together, they could potentially address social issues, provide humanitarian assistance, and bring communities together under a shared mission. Okay, so from the faith and right perspectives, we examine this intersection of faith in terms of faith and rights, and we have this to say. What are our positives from our analysis? Is encouragement of faith. That is our the first analysis we have. We believe this collaboration will inspire hope in communities where economic and social challenges are prevalent. This thus encouraging a spiritual reawakening. We also have the fact that we also consider the fact that it would definitely bring collective action. Combining resources and efforts allows for greater outreach and effectiveness in addressing community needs. Now, we also look at what are the potential challenges. We have the first, which is cultural sensitivity. As these organizations move forward in a diverse continent like Africa, they must be culturally sensitive and aware of the differing beliefs and practices with various communities. Again, we also have the perception and reception of such news in the past. We look at what are the perception and receptions of what such news could bring. The first is the partnership may face skepticism from various groups or individuals, particularly if there were concerns about foreign influence in local religious practices. Finally, what are our takeaways and lessons? Unity in purpose. This initiative highlights the power of collaboration in advancing a common cause, spreading hope and faith. Also, community first. The emphasis should remain on benefiting the communities being served, ensuring that initiatives align with their needs and cultural contexts. Conclusively, the potential partnership between Pastor Jerry Eze and the Billy Graham Organization holds promise for profound spiritual and societal impacts, especially across Africa. As we eagerly await more details, it's crucial to uphold the values of faith while considering the rights and diverse perspectives of local communities. Thank you for joining me today on Faith and Rights Perspectives with Dr. Linda. Let's continue to pray for both organizations as they explore this path together. Don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you believe this partnership will affect your community? Let us know in the comment below. Until next time, stay blessed.